down, but managed to get the double touch afterwards as well. So does manage to turn that one into a goal. I mean, you know, you said it might be done, but it doesn't look like we're quite over yet.
No, and I think I may have prematurely called that one because that was a fantastic double tap there from Lucre, but a great win in the midfield from Dimoc, showing
Absolutely
his speed.
huge.
And we Vicious need to be careful not to get complacent, because if they get complacent here, they could be slapped.
Yeah, and as you say, you know, it's LAN and it's the ebb and flow of these games. It's which team is feeling themselves can be huge, but the pressure is straight back on from Vicious, trying to keep this ball in the gerrymandering half. As now we'll see Lucre off the wall that time, does get an okay clear, but Alux is there to try and get it back in. Jake now caught on the post a little bit as Lucre is in the corner, very little boost, managed to get a massive flick over Timsy, so that's going to be forward now, but Lucre chasing it with no boost is going to be beat by Jake. Dimox now, what can he do with this one? Carries it into the middle, is still in control of the ball, that's a nice touch onto the back, but it is just an easy clear for Jake. As now little dude playing a Shedman in the corner, Lucre up for it again, and this is decent pressure starting to come out now from the side of gerrymandering.
Yeah.
Finally getting some extended pressure.
Dimox unfortunately with another enforced error, and it's going to be a goal because little dude turned for no explained reason at all in the midfield, and he kind of made a right meal of that one, to be honest with you. But a good pass again from Timsy, and he's linking up with his twin brother, who've come all the way over from the Netherlands.
Oh wow.
Yep, and staying with me in the Crow Park Hotel.
Ooh.
Yep, exactly. Very, very well off place.
Yeah.
They're laughing at something outside. I wonder what that is. That's just made them laugh.
Yeah. Something probably a little bit of flame. You have to assume. Toxic players all around.
That's an interesting shot there from Jake. Probably should have scored that. But it's been a lively start to the game. Gerrymandering already are putting up a bit of fight, but 2 unforced errors, I would say, have led to goals. Good finish though.
Really good shot by the Shedman. That is little dude, and got it under one player, got it over another one with the bounce, and that's just a really nice finish.
That's a really poor play by Jake. The captain has to step up in that situation. He passes it into the corner, and like the placement is phenomenal from little dude, but really it's an unforced error. There's been a lot of errors in this game, akin to the last game we saw, but this is the third highest seeded team. They can't be making errors like this.
Yeah, and Timsy's up for this one. He's looking for it a little bit, kind of faked out Lucre there, or someone in the air anyway. And Dimox now carrying this one forward. Don't know how much boost he has, but the ball gets away from him. And Alux now is looking to clear this. And a little bit awkward bounce on the wall. Dimox goes back in control. Lucre looking for it, a little bit of an awkward hit though, and Jake will get that one clear. His teammates aren't in great spots around the pitch though. Timsy does manage to recover.
Oh, that's a huge error!
That's huge!
Oh my god, that is absolutely outrageous defending there from Timsy and Alux. Dreadful play from them, honestly. But little dude again, he just forces these errors out, and like unbelievable defense, terrible
I don't know if I'd call that forcing the error out. To me, that's an absolutely unforced error. Timsy was under the ball and decided to just drive under instead of, you know, giving it that little pop. Could have done almost anything. Say, well, that's a great shot back on target. Alux, a little bit of a miss, but Lucre kind of put himself in the spot to save that one. A little bit fortunate that the shot was into him. The pressure is still here. There's 3 members of gerrymandering in the back here. Is now Lucre controlling the middle pitch. Zero boost is going to get beaten in the 50-50, and Jake knocks that one back towards his own goal. We'll see where anyone is. Dimox is up for this one, but does get beaten by Timsy in the air. There's now time to control it for the side of gerrymandering, but Lucre decides, you know what, I don't need to control it. Yeah,
I'm just going to hit it away to their team and give up all that free pressure that we just had.
Yeah, absolutely. So now Dimox is going to see it, and we see it's just pressure back for Vicious straight away off that, but that's a nice touch forward, and we'll see that one is nearly on target. Dimox is there again, passes to himself and finishes off the wall.
He's made a couple of errors this game, but he's really starting to get into the flow of it now, and I'm telling you what, if Vicious lose this game, this will be an absolute shock if they lose this series. I'm telling you, no one's going to expect this team to win, and they're giving them a real fight, and I'm really surprised by this.
And not just a shock based on, you know, the seeds coming in or the level of play we expected, but the level of play we saw at the start of this game. You know, it really looked like Vicious had the number of gerrymandering at the start of this game, but it's been Dimox all over them, just absolutely carrying his team back into this. And little dude, a little bit of a miss there. That could have been a shot on target, but unfortunately not for them. Is now Alux. That's not necessarily what you want to go for with very little boost. And Dimox is once again carrying it forward. Lucre up in the air. It is going to be Timsy on the back wall to clear that one. As now there's not really anyone back for gerrymandering. They're going to need to be a little bit careful. That's a good pinch. Very nice by little dude. As now Dimox once again, the man's everywhere. As he gets that one clear as well. He's going to be beaten by Jake here, but it's an awkward bounce for Jake. Circles around and picks it up nicely, and now it's pushing forward. Lucre cutting it out, and it looks like the rotations are starting to come through nicely. It's not all Dimox all the time for gerrymandering, even if it is mostly him.
Good read from Timsy. It's going to put him under a lot of pressure. Dimox with a big miss, but luckily for them, no one is there to pick up the pieces. I have to say the game management this game has been very poor from Vicious. It's not been good at all. They've given up a 3-goal lead. I know you just mentioned it, but to me that's like a big problem for me with their play. And you could tell they were freestyling, they were taking the piss, you know, and that's the reality of it. Like, they weren't showing their opponents respect. And if they lose this game right now, I'd be questioning them as an org, to be honest. Like, that's just really poor game management. I know it's LAN, you're supposed to have fun. They are representing an organization here.
Absolutely. And Jake is up for that, and that's going to be finished by Jake. It will be Vicious taking back the lead. So, you know, looks like they may be able to scrape this one out, but not comfortable. It should have been, as you say, kind of a clear win from them. They just weren't showing the respect. And even if they scrape this one out,
we'll be forgiven.
I don't know if I'd forgive them yet. I mean, they kind of need to come back in game 2 and give us a better performance than this one. But with 15 seconds left on the clock, now is the time for D-Mox to pull something out. But that's not a great touchdown in the midfield. Can Jake turn on this one in time? It is going to be cleared. Once again, D-Mox getting it, recovering from his mistake. And now this is it. This is the last chance to counter-attack. Little dude is after this, but hey, look, clears it out. And Jake is going to put this one. Can he get on target? Can he get the double touch? It's down, and it's going to...
Keep it up!
D-Mox can he get to it? It's still live in the middle of the pitch. We'll see. Luker, there's kind of 3 members there. D-Mox can he get to this? He nearly puts it on target. I don't know what's going on. It's almost there.
Oh, lads, I'm telling you what, that's a great game to start off. Very questionable performance. The sub for Vicious has clearly been their best player by miles, I would say. Jake's had some very weird touches. Alex has had a lot of errors. Lucra, I think, was responsible for that last goal, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's fun. I'm actually looking here. D-Mox with the lowest points on his team, even though we would have said that he was really... I think he was the man in the midfield, making the plays, pushing the ball forward, picking it up when it was there.
He's known for it, but 2 of the errors happened because of him, and he's the star player, and that can't be happening when you are the star player of a team.
Absolutely.
So they need him to keep playing the way he did at the latter half of that game. Lucra and Little Dude are both getting into it. Little Dude normally doesn't have good ping, so this is going to be a shock to him that he can actually like play the game as much as as well as he can.
I feel that on a very that's a soul level feel for me on that one. But yeah, we'll see now as we get into game 2. Weavish is leading this series 1-0. This is really, we feel, probably the winner of this series is probably going to take first in this group.
Yes, probably, I would say. In my opinion, that's what I would say. It should be Vicious. You never know, though, and that series has taught us the beauty of Rocket League. It's like football, you know.
Yep. Any team can win it on the day.
Any team can win it on the day. If you don't show them the proper respect, you can be punished.
Yep.
You know.
And so we'll see if Gerrymander managed to punish this time through, but it's going to be an explosive start for the side of Vicious. The ball's there in front of the goal. Timsy nearly managed to put in. They got an early goal last game, and they were looking for it again this game. But we'll see now. Is D-Mox going to be coming out in the same form that they ended that last game? There's pressure again. Jake looking for that on the ball without boost. He's not going to be able to get in the middle. Timsy now bringing it back. D-Mox bringing it out, and Timsy is still on the wall. That's a little bit dangerous front goal, but Jake didn't want to commit for it. So now this is Alex. Can he get beaten?
Oh, he almost got faked though. Yeah, it was a good play, but Lucra had no boost. If he had boost there, then there was a good chance to do something, but he didn't.
Yeah, one player's man. Lucra now.
Oh, that's a really poor touch. You can tell nerves are hitting Lucra more than anyone in this game already. There's 2 errors now already, I would say. But we'll see. D-Mox is getting caught on boost again. D-Mox looking for boost too much.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been kind of boost management has been a little bit scary. It's a great pass, but the blue defense reads it, and Gerrymander just managed to get that one clear. Lucra now, this should be his ball. Managed to fake it too. It's a 1v2 now in defense. We'll see. D-Mox looking for the demo.
What a play!
Manages to get the bump. Absolutely huge from Gerrymander.
Gerrymander are absolutely playing on fire. A brilliant fake from Lucra. The 2 boys have been absolutely sent. Jake and Timsy are looking around.
And D-Mox don't know if he quite managed to get the contact there on the bump, but it was, forced the defender out of the way anyway. And that's what you want to see. That's that communication. That's that smart play coming through. And I mean, if you're talking against possibly the side of Vicious, maybe a little bit more mechanically gifted, that's kind of the plays you want to see coming out of the smart plays. That's how you win.
It doesn't matter about being mechanically good, though. They're an actual team, again, and I'm going to point it out for an org. The communication isn't there. I know Timsy's the sub and Classy isn't here, but like they shouldn't be making these errors. Jake should know this. It's the captain. He's the one who's made the most amount of errors so far. He needs to step up his game big time.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we talked about nerves in our first series today, but these orgs that are coming in representing, you shouldn't be making. This isn't the time for nerves. You shouldn't be the ones with the nerves. As we'll see now, it is Gerrymander with a lead now in game 2, and the ball back in their half. D-Mox, he's looking good so far. I mean, you've got to be feeling yourself after setting up a goal like that as well. Going for the smart play, going for the bump, and managing to get the goal. Feeling good, and Lucra with a fantastic fake. Probably also feeling pretty good as we see now. D-Mox has a chance now to get this over. He managed to nearly get it over Jake, but Jake this time around managed to clear it. This time Little Dude bringing it forward with full boost, doesn't quite manage to get there. As the ball now looking dangerous, but this is now up in the middle of the pitch. D-Mox manages to be up quickly. Little Dude is there, but it's going to be popped out of his way. Now Lucre and Little Dude are both there. So brings him back. He's going for the flip. He managed to get in the middle. Where's anyone? Oh, and Alex manages to clear it. Little Dude was looking for it, but I think maybe a little bit low, and boost wasn't quite able to get there. And they need to get this ball clear. Weevicious just haven't had any pressure in a little while from Lucre. Kind of a weak touch, and there's two of his team there though.
Great call off there. Good play though from Timsy. Timsy's been the standout player for Weevicious so far. He's been buying him a lot of time. In the midfield, he's been making some very good touches. He's been passing it to his teammates effectively. It's the other two, the starter members, that need to pick up their game here. They've not been very good so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if they can continue to do that.
Oh, big miss from D-Mox. Jake, or was it Jake? I think it was Timsy on the wall that time, made a huge error. Alex getting caught on the wall again though. The rotation's a bit questionable here, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been the caster curses coming in big today more than anything else. I think D-Mox gets a nice second touch there, beats one, but the defense is there. D-Mox taking a lot out of this ball, still going with it, trying to keep it on the back wall, keeping the pressure up, giving his team time to get in position. It's still a scrap. It's been swapped over though. Little Dude in for D-Mox. There's two members of the side of Gerrymander there. That one's up in the middle, but there was no one there. And that was the problem. There was two members in the corner. The third man couldn't really commit even when the ball came across.
Yeah, big error again though from the two brothers here. Lucre's popped it up high. Jake's in big trouble.
D-Mox.
The comms,
No!
the comms. Little Dude had such a better chance there to score that, and D-Mox greedy. Gotta calm that, man. Gotta calm that.
Yeah, and the counter attack nearly coming through there. I mean, that
Great
was what we were
touch.
saying. Yeah, D-Mox with full boost here, looking for it, doesn't get the flick. Alex challenging early. We said D-Mox was taking a lot out of that ball earlier and doing it again. He's kind of maybe pushing a little too hard at this point to try and make these plays happen. But hopefully that doesn't become an issue for them, because once one player starts to take a lot, it can be a problem. That's up there. Jake, you need to score this. Jake, that's off the crossbar. I said score it, not miss it.
D-Mox again, his backboard clear has been very poor. He's been centering the ball consistently to the other team. He needs to watch out. Jake should have scored that, however, and
100%.
these misses from Jake are they're not great at the moment.
Yeah.
He needs to step up a little bit. D-Mox been bumped on the post here. Good chance.
And we'll see if that miss comes back to haunt them, because that was a big miss. 1-0 down, that would have made them level. And Alex now, Little Dude has a chance here. Gets past another one. D-Mox is there, but the defense is there as well. Jake has been, to his credit, fairly solid on the defense. His offense
Big error.
a little bit, and that's go.
Lucre has made a huge error. Like all of Lucre's good plays, he always makes these little errors on the defense. He
Yep.
didn't need to challenge this. He was up way too high on the field, and all of a sudden they've had one chance really in a long time. They've had two in the whole game, and they've scored from one of them. They need to be able to calm it down a little bit on the defense. Lucre needs to be a little bit less greedy. Game management.
That was it. I mean, he had one teammate coming back, he had another one who was kind of out of the play, and that's the time you can't be challenging those. So Lucre, a little bit dodgy there, but Little Dude puts that back in the middle. Jake does manage to get up to it. Lucre now, see what he can do. He just knocks it on the side. There should be a forward ball.
Good pass though.
Very, very good pass. Managed to avoid Weevicious getting it first. Well, that was a great touch by D-Mox, but Timsy is
Counter.
there. And now Jake didn't have any boost on that wall and misses his flip, so not quite able to get there. Pops it up high, does Timsy. He's going for it. He gets it over one. It's bouncing down a little bit awkwardly, and Lucre is able to clear it this time. He gets another good touch. The ball is moving forward. Jake forced to take it back into his own corner. Will pick up the boost. See what he can do on the counter attack. It is for it. Can he get the next touch?
Great challenge from D-Mox.
Really
It was
good challenge.
super risky challenge, but he got away with it, and it ends up being a great challenge rather
Yeah,
than a
and
poor
we'll
one.
see. It looks like Weevish is going to have the last chance of the game here, but it is just going to go into, I think, our first overtime of the day.
Our first overtime of the day, and who would have called it? The gerrymandering would have caused this much trouble to Weevicious, and Weevicious not looking like a top 3 team at the moment. They need to step up. Shedman, big chance
Jake,
here.
you've no boost on the back wall. That's down for Lucre, but the challenge does come through for Timsy, and Jake is going to be able to pick up boost here, but Timsy without boost this time, so there's not really a lot of boost at all on the side of Weevicious, and the ball is moving forward. Lucre puts it forward. Jake back on the wall has somehow already run out of boost after picking that one up. And now the ball is back forward again for Gerrymander, looking for it, bouncing a little bit awkwardly. That's on target. Little Dude might be caught out here. Can he get this wide?
No,
he can't.
that's it. That's unfortunate. Timsy again with the carry.
Yeah, Timsy with a great long shot there, recognising the defence was forward a little bit out of position, putting it over their heads, and Little Dude just not able to find the control at the back. And that's GG. Weevish has taken the series not as comfortably as we would have liked, though.
No, definitely not. Overtime in game 2, 1 goal in game 1. They threw a 3-goal lead. I know it's only their second game of the day, but for me, that's not a performance you would see from a top 3 team at a LAN.
Yeah.
It could be nerves though, but if there was nerves, I would have said that would have been Alex, because Alex is his first LAN, not Jake.
Yeah.
Jake's
Yeah.
like 3rd LAN now.
Yeah.
And Timsy played well, it's his 3rd LAN.
Yeah.
So there's question marks over them. I hate to be so harsh on them, but they are representing an org, they are a top 3 team, and when you're that good,
you need to be.
have to be told. I have to like come down hard on you to make you aware that you need to do better than that.
Yeah.
I hope they can do better. They have
Yeah.
potential if they can link these passing plays. We saw 1 or 2 bits of it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Jake in that second game there, had a great chance on the back wall. You know, they managed to pull the defence out of position, and the problem was just that it's that last step, it felt like a lot of the time. Was they were occasionally starting to have these flashes of brilliance and then a little bit missing, just a little bit, you know?
Yeah, Alex was creating a good few chances in that game. Jake, I can tell he doesn't trust his teammates with his plays because there's some very strange plays. But yeah, look, I think Jerry Mandler should have won that game because it's so much pressure for so long, but they just couldn't finish it. There was a double commit from Little Dude and D-Mox. In my opinion, Little Dude would have scored that. He had a much better angle on. D-Mox had a very tough shot to make. He didn't make it. Yeah.
And I want to be fair to
good
both
game.
teams. I want to be fair is that we'd much rather always say we're being a little bit harsh here on, you know, the last little step isn't there. They aren't getting the finishes after the pressure, but we'd much rather see games like that where teams have most of it down and just at the very end it's like that last little bit that you can't get, because it means that the potential is there, that these teams can step up and deliver big performances today. Let's not forget the top 2 teams will get through from both groups. So if we expect possibly those 2 teams to go through from this group, there is chances that they could fix these little things and provide big performances in the playoffs.
And to be fair to the guys, they still won the game in the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the game was a very good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I still think it was a very good game.
Yeah.
I would enjoy watching that
Exciting.
again.
Very exciting.
I'm only being harsh on him because I'm the colour caster. You know,
Yeah.
you're the guy who's like, okay, Rob, okay, we don't be so harsh. But I'm like, man, it's
Rob,
my job
don't
to be
bully
harsh.
them.
Yeah, not bully them. But like, in the end, questionable performance from both teams.
Yeah.
Some signs of life, however, from Jerry Mandarin. They're going to have a really good game later on against. Can you remember the name of LTX Sam's team? Let me just check. I am the guy probably to ask for that. Am I?
Probably,
the
I would
breadsticks. Yeah. So I would be more favourable now towards Jerry Mandarin winning that game, to be honest. But we vicious. Questionable, but they're getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will hopefully get into another game now here in the near future. I believe Rob has the details on that.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Audacity versus NSG. That's my team, by the way. I'm a manager of that team, so there's going to be a little bit of bias casting here. There's not going to be any negatives at all. But we have the wee vicious guys in first for an interview. I'm going to have to slate these guys. You can be nice to them, okay? Right. Cool. Close the door, guys, because otherwise it comes in. Cursing on stream? Hello? what a fucking moron. Right, cool. Let's start with Jake. Okay, captain. That was a very shaky game. Yeah. You went 3 goals up, and the phrase I was using in the last game to Naylor in particular, which I thought he did very well, was game management, and I thought your game management was poor in the first game especially. Definitely. You started freestyling, you started messing around. You should know caliber player D-Mox is. Now, he made a lot of mistakes, I thought, in that series that led to goals, right? But he was making some really good challenges, in particular in the midfield. Can I ask, why were you freestyling in a group game? Because they could have beaten you. They could have beaten you.
We went 4-1 up and thinking, alright, 2.5 minutes left. We can try and mess about and see what we can try.
Yeah.
If anything else works instead of sticking to the usual. Then they went 3 goals. So then we're like, crap, we need to go back. And it worked. And then in the second game, they just completely caught us.
The second game, they could have. They should have scored a second goal. They should have gone 2-0 up. Little Dude and D-Mox double committed, and there was that was the play in the first game or the second game where the 2 brothers here didn't know what was happening.
Very awkward moment.
That was the second game because they both said, "I can't manage my boost. This rotation's horrible." I was like, alright, keep calm.
What do you think you struggled on? Because it looked like. To me, you looked like you were caught out in the second game completely. Like they were so much like better managing the boost in midfield, especially.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect them to be that quick. Obviously, D-Mox the main man. I expected that, but I didn't expect the other 2.
Yeah, Little Dude. To be fair, he never played. He always has 150 ping. He's like the Arab ping normally when he plays.
Yeah.
So this is his first time in the line, and he played really well. I thought. Yeah, he made 1 or 2 errors, but I think Lugra and D-Mox made most of the unforced errors.
The only proper error I seen him make was for
the last goal. But like. He was up a bit too high, but at the same time, maybe that was communication. But
I think their speed just caught us off guard, and then.
Go. You come in next. Come on, Ron. Get in here.
Down,
right. You had a decent series. Your challenge game in the midfield was a little bit weird. You kept giving the ball away on the ground a lot. I felt. We're going to talk to your twin in a second, who I thought had a much better game than the 2v, in my opinion. But. What happened? Well, what was happening? Like you had a good first game for the most part, and then you started making a lot of like big errors of defense. What do you think that was?
it's my first LAN. I'm not taking that too much into account, but like still, it's I'm not nervous or anything, but it's just different to play this way.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it hype though?
It is.
It's so hype,
really
isn't it?
nice. Like scoring a goal is actually really nice.
What do you think? It's good, isn't it? It's really good. Like, do you hear the emotion? Did you hear us like screaming every time something happened in that game? It was great.
No, it's amazing. And no, my play is a bit off. But I just need to get used to it.
Yeah, that was your second game, I think it was.
Yeah.
You'll get into it as it goes on. But do you think? I know you haven't played the Breadsticks, which is the third seeded team in your group, but do you think Gerrymandering will definitely beat them based off of what you've seen? They seem quite good to me.
Yeah, they seem pretty good.
Yeah.
Like they caught us off guard. Like it's just like a quick team.
Yep. A lot of mistakes though from them, to be fair.
Yeah.
That led. Like you made mistakes as well, but a lot of them was like you being caught out by their speed, whereas theirs was like someone passing the ball to you a lot of the time, or them missing it completely.
Exactly.
That fake. That wasn't you. No, it was the two guys here. We'll talk to you about that fake in a second. That fake has been clipped already. It's got like nearly 100 views, by the way. Yeah. One of you, classy in the chat was like, no.
I pre-jumped, and then Tim O'Reilly was just like, I got, and I was like, oh no. And then as soon as I went past it, and he went past it, I was like, that's a goal.
Right, Tim, come in here. I thought you put the team on your back in that game. I was really impressed with your passing and the defense. Your defense itself was a bit questionable, but your passing, transitioning was quite good. How much would you put that down to the fact that you've played LANs before compared to, say, Ron?
Yeah, well, I've played 2 LANs before this, and I don't know. I don't really feel the nerve like he does, maybe.
Yep.
So I'm kind of used to it.
Are you enjoying this LAN so far? Is it hype?
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
Is it hype? Is it more hype than other LANs, or is it like
Well,
thereabouts?
it's different because the last LAN it was just like only like 6 PCs and then you're sitting across from each other.
Okay.
So it's really different because it's just a whole room with PCs. And
Yeah, and like a lot of
hanging
people.
out, watching behind you and stuff.
And you can hear everyone laughing at you when you make a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean that's really fun though.
Yeah. Cool. I guess my question is your favourite now to finish top, I would say, because you played the most difficult team early on, which is a good thing that you got them out of the way. However, was there any moment in that series where you were like, oh no? Because to me, in game 2, like it was really bad, and game 1 you
two
threw.
was really shaky, but I'm just happy we won it because like last 2 weeks I've been playing like 12 hours. So it's like the first time I'm actually playing like decently in like 2 weeks or something. So it's
Cool, perfect. All right, great stuff. Tim, thanks very much for coming on. Right, we're gonna get Nua Leok back in here now. We'll be on for the next game there. Thanks very much to the Wee Vicious guys. You've got a lot of support in the chat from a couple of people in the org as well, so good job.
Good luck to you boys.
And close the door. Thank you. Cool. So, I believe NSG are playing next, which is my team. I'm so happy. Well, let's go to the Rocket Pass. Nice one. I believe they're playing next, but we'll see when that goes up. But yeah, in my opinion, look, they took it like, excuse me, the Coke Zero is making me very gassy, guys. Yeah, I thought it was a good series in the end. It was a really enjoyable one to watch. It was getting me like, get me all hyped up and stuff.
It's fired up.
It was nice for you to take a break there. Did you enjoy that? Because we're about to take another break
Oh,
for a
excellent.
small period of time. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to leave the stream open.
Or do, but make sure you come back in time.
Or yeah, make sure you come back within the next 5 or 10 minutes. Just checking it regularly enough. We're just going to mute the stream right now, and we're going to go off and find out the details for the next game. See you soon.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the RLI LAN at Giga-bite. I mean, these intros are just tripping me up today.
They are, man.
As we jump back to Group 2.
It's okay. RLI LAN, Giga-bite Cafe, New Alayuk is your name, yeah?
That's the one.
That's the one, yeah. Don't
What's
forget
your name
name. I don't know.
Excellent.
Enron, there we go.
As we jump back into this, we're Group 2. We are back with Audacity versus NSG. So we have Enron beside me here getting very excited for NSG. And which team do you think is going to take this series?
I think it's NSG, to be honest with you. I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that they're going to win.
Well, obviously, I mean, if they lose, we can blame it all on any managing you've done. It will be NSG on the blue side, and Naylor managing to remember his account details, so will be with his own name this time. So good for him on that.
Or maybe he just changed them because he's using the stock 10, so I don't think he did remember his account details. Probably just changed the name just to make it more iconic for the stream, you know?
Yeah. As this game, a bit less explosive than the last series. You know, the last series we had a goal in the first kind of 20 seconds of both games. And that's a little bit dodgy by Naylor. We saw him, it was Jamingo in our last series, had a lot of shots on goal, but he's not playing anymore. So hopefully less shots on their own goal this time around.
Yeah. A lot of pressure though already coming up from Audacity here, and I think it's caught NSG a little bit by surprise. We'll see though how they're going to figure this one out.
Yeah.
They need to be respectful.
Yeah.
Hopefully they saw the errors from Wee Vicious and their errors of underestimating their opponents in the last game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hopefully they were, as you say, watching that. But the ball now, they got a little bit of pressure there for a little while, and Jaffa does manage to win the contest in the midfield, and Dahi is there. So they're quick following up on these balls, but now there's 3 of them forward. That's a little bit dodgy. Jaffa doesn't have a huge amount of boost in his midfield. Not being popped up does give a chance to the side of Audacity to go forward with that. Arctic with a good catch on the wall though, but Gitsy King getting it forward again. Jaffa misses the boost, so isn't going to have a huge amount going forward here. Managed to get the flick past Naylor anyway, and now Gitsy King will have to take this away. That's a little bit dodgy. Jaffa gets it popped up. We'll see now what the side of Audacity can do. That's really awkward as the ball is there still. It's finally going to get clear for Audacity, but not very cleanly. As now they're looking for it on the wall. Arctic pushing it back forward. As the ball comes back in this corner one more time, Barzy puts it down to the middle. Naylor now pushing it forward. Barzy had a great first series, and now he's a chance to move forward with this ball, but it will be cut out by Dahi. But this time it's Naylor pushing it forward. There for Gitsy King, cut out by Arctic, and Jaffa pushing it forward. Will look for Arctic, but cut out by Naylor. Read really well by him, and tries to get it into the middle. Arctic off the wall is going to push it forward, and he's really been the one we've seen pushing it forward for the team so far. As Gitsy King puts it onto his own back wall. And now Jaffa pushing for it. Dahi up in the middle, does get beaten. As Gitsy King one more time, looking for it. Goes for the demo, it's a big demo. Jaffa doesn't quite control it very cleanly, but Barzy not quite able to finish.
A lot of pressure here from Audacity already. I'm very impressed by them so far. Not so impressed with my guys, but this is a huge chance for Jaffa. He has to score this, and he doesn't. That's a big error, but Dahi misses as well. And that right there is, yep.
A little bit dodgy. Jaffa, you know, is a tough shot for him, but I really feel like Dahi probably should have finished that one. As Jaffa now putting it high again, but it will be Naylor to take it away.
Just to give you a bit of a story on that, though, Dahi hasn't played Rocket League in literally 6 months. This is his first time playing Rocket League in literally 6 months. He's come in as a last-minute replacement for yours truly, because yours truly had to cast, because our, you know, the secret caster had to pull out, so we didn't have him here. So yours truly.
Dahi though, can he finish this?
Oh my God, he's put it the other side of the net, and Stuart. The Mr. NSG Stewart, he's not going to be very happy with his finishing. I can tell you, he's going to be seeing this and he's going to be like, "Who is this guy? Get him out of the team. Get someone who can play the game."
That was a real face and hands moment for me there. Dahi, we'll see if he can warm up as this series goes on. Hopefully he can, because you don't want to see misses like that.
Oh no! Barzy has made a huge error, and that gives NSG a big chance here.
It does. I mean, yeah, it was Dahi that scored the first goal. And to be fair, that was okay aerial control by him.
Yeah, not too bad.
I wouldn't really call that a Dahi goal more than I would call it a mistake from the side of Audacity, but it does give NSG the lead with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, it's important for them because they're not looking too good in this game so far.
That's high.
And Audacity, I would say, are probably the third best team in this bracket. I'd say we haven't seen Dale Sports play yet, but I'm assuming that they've swept the last team that they played. But I will check that out. Say in between this game while you're telling us your feelings at the end of this game. But however, let's not count our chickens before they hatch yet. Yeah, because looking not so great here, NSG at the moment.
Yeah, it's not been great offensive pressure. It doesn't really feel synced up at any point. I think it's fair to say, even though they have the goals. Jaffa carries this across the face of his own goal. That's a little bit messy again. Arctic though was up in the midfield, so was able to put that one further forward. As Jaffa now going to bounce this off the wall, look for a teammate in the middle, but there's triple commit from Audacity. But now Dahi will have a bit of space on the side of this pitch to try and do what he can. When I say that, he got beaten to it anyways. Now Arctic has it above the goal again. It's going to be off the back wall, and Naylor gets the backboard touch as a little bit more pressure. And NSG finding the pressure here now finally kind of syncing up. And Audacity, if they want to get back into this game, need to mount an offense in the next kind of 5 seconds or so. You feel like Skitsy King does manage to get that one into the NSG half. Arctic has full boost on the back though and manages to get it past Skitsy King as Barzy kind of flipping around in the middle.
Jaffa with a double tap attempt.
He's going to go for it. He managed to miss it. Arctic though is there for the finish, and Jaffa tried to style it and Arctic was there. Workman-like finish.
Yeah, he didn't have the boost in the end, Jaffa, to get the clip, but Arctic is there in the end to finish it, and it's just important that he does that because otherwise people will be saying the only reason you won that game was via, a questionable defensive play. So at least that stamps a tiny bit of authority on the results.
I don't know if I would still say that wasn't off a questionable defensive play.
Probably.
Maybe just 2 questionable defensive plays.
To be fair though, Jaffa beat out the last defender with pure speed rather than a mistake.
Absolutely.
So it's different, That's the first clean goal we've seen in quite a while in any game, to be honest.
You're just saying that because it's NSG.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm saying.
Absolutely though, yeah. As you say, 2 defensive mistakes, whether or not we can argue it was pure speed. 2 defensive mistakes is starting to look like a pattern. So Audacity, you're going to have to clean that up a little bit in the second game.
Look at who's the MVP. Mr. Kanye West picture standing up against the wall in Africa. Look at that. That's a great picture, bro, isn't it?
Yeah, and just think about how well he would have done if he had played in the last 6 months. God, he would have been 1v29ing this entire tournament.
He was a CSGO semi-pro, so he was. He's played in the CSGO scene. I don't know how much you know about that.
Nothing at all.
He was a CSGO. He was on a CSGO org and a team for ages as well, playing at the ESEA top level for a small bit. Yeah. So he's just an all-round gamer, to be honest with you. So
it's one of those things you wouldn't necessarily think that the skills, the mechanical skills carry across, but it's just that those reaction times. It's kind of those twitch reactions, especially between a game like Rocket League and CSGO, where it's being able to make decisions at a very good speed is just such a huge skill.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's like, have fun. Did he misspell? No, he didn't say have fun. Okay, I thought he said have fun, no fun.
Yeah.
You can lead us off now. I've had enough fun with that.
Yeah. As we'll see, we're looking for NSG to maybe make a little bit more of a statement in this game. So that's a good effort by Arctic. Nearly manages to land on and put that one in, but not quite. Skitsy King now maintaining his boost, keeping a little bit in the bag.
That's a huge error by Jaffa. That is that's a massive error by him there. Dahi should have called him off this. Look at this, right? Dahi's behind him.
Nice touch forward by Skitsy King.
And Jaffa just misplays completely. And do you know what? That's the kind of error that you're going to get punished for when you make top 6.
Yeah,
they have to step
I'm going to call that a nice swan dive in the middle. It looked lovely in a vacuum, but unfortunately there was a ball sailing over his head, and that makes it look a little bit unfortunate. As NSG now find themselves in the unenviable position of being 1 goal down in game 2. They do have a 1-game buffer, so if they lose this, not the end of the world, but obviously you want to be getting these 2-0 sweeps in the groups. You want to make a statement with the other teams going into the playoffs. And NSG possibly looking a little bit shaky in this game too so far.
Absolutely, and they still have to play Dale Sports as well, or Dale Esports, the Rochdale Esports team, who are the number 1 seed in this group. NSG are not the number 1 seed, so for me personally, from my own perspective, but also just as a neutral person, they need to play a bit better than this. They're playing very slow Rocket League. It's not very good. It's very feel out your opponent, and it's not really working for them at the moment. You can see he's just diving in at that for no reason.
Yeah, he had boost really to make connection with that one. He was never going to win the challenge, so only going up, and it does give this chance for a counter attack for Audacity. Skitsy King
really poor touch.
That's what we wanted to see from Dahi. Skitsy King there recognising that he wasn't going to get to the ball and pulling out of the contact, but Naylor now manages to put that one in the middle, makes another contact with it, so it's a little bit awkward for Dahi, and that ball goes forward again. It's finally caught out, but that pinch by Jaffa is back towards his own goal. We'll see if Audacity are there. Skitsy King's up for it, and he manages to squeeze that one in.
Jaffa again, very questionable play. His game management so far has been, it's just not been very good. He's made a lot of bad errors, and I think the nerves are getting to him at this LAN because he's just not playing well, and that's another error. Now obviously in the defense you could say Arctic could have made a better touch there, but to be fair, he's getting 50 and the ball's getting pushed in one direction only. But at the moment not very impressed with my boys, I have to say. They need to step up big time. It's been very, very poor.
Yeah, we'll see. There is 3 minutes left in this game as Dahi kind of tries to maybe pass it back to Arctic there, but a little bit unclear what he was going for, as Arctic now will hit the full boost in the corner as Dahi with 10 is going to try for this one. There's double committed up for this one now. Dahi will finally land as Arctic is taking that one into the opponent half as Skitsy King puts it high. Naylor is going to be there, as we say. Naylor kind of there to be the third man more than the playmaker for this team. As that's on target, Barzy will need to cut that one out. As Arctic is on the wall, not entirely sure what he's doing. It feels like, but Jaffa is there, and that's a great touch, and nearly managing to get that in. But Naylor once again, that third man. He's just there to clear the balls that need to be cleared. He's there to put the passes into the middle when they need to be there. And Barzy going for this bit of a flick wide of the target. Obviously not a 1v1 player.
I would like to come back though to 20 seconds ago when Barzi made that crucial touch on defense that really saved the team. So yeah, they've got the 2-goal lead now. It's going to be hard for NSG to do something here. And Barzi is playing really, really well. Once Barzi is not making mistakes, he's a very hard player to stop because just as I say mistakes, Naylor just flies by the ball. And then Gitsy decides to lay it up for them. But luckily for them, Jaffa decides to backflip for no unexplained reason. Really.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like a lot of times this game we've been seeing players from the side of NSG up for balls that they really have no right to be up for. Very low boost. Thought he was flying gracefully through the air with 13 boost there. And it's a little bit dodgy, but that one on the back wall means Barzi will have to make the touch. He only puts it high, so there could still be a chance. Jaffa just kind of whiffs that one. And once again, very low boost. He's going to be quite slow on the recovery, so if the side of Audacity can get forward, they have a chance. But Arctic with a nice touch will put it up, and Arctic again with a nice touch off the backboard. Jaffa with this, tries to control it down, fakes out one player. Barzi, though, is going to clear it as Arctic puts it in again. Barzi still looking for it. There's a big miss by Barzi. Arctic is there, but not quite there enough.
What a pass though from Arctic. Let's see what he can do. Jaffa, surely. No. Dahi's finishing this game has been very poor. He's had 2 chances now to finish, and he had 2 chances last game. Remember, he put it one side and the other side of the goal. So
I'd give him slightly more credit on this one. They were slightly harder. Last game around, definitely big whiffs. But Dahi may be warming up into this. You know, I mean, not playing for 6 months, you do need a little bit of time to kind of remember how hitting balls works. As that's dangerous. Middle Arctic will just bounce it off his own back wall out of preference. But Gitsy puts that one on his own target. Can Dahi get there in time? Is beaten out by Barzi.
Got the boost though, that's a critical play by him.
Yeah, absolutely huge, but Arctic maybe not expecting those double whiffs, will be up, doesn't even enough boost to get it over 2, gets it over 1, off the crossbar. Jaffa tries for it, but doesn't get it.
It was a double commit from Jaffa, no communication there again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they need to step up here, but look, this is a phenomenal performance here at the moment from Audacity. Gitsy's been playing very, very well.
Yeah.
Naylor's just been there filling in the blanks. And Jaff, that's a
King,
big error, surely. And no, again, it's the positioning on the offense, the second man positioning from Jaffa. It's been one of his weaknesses in threes. So, and Arctic misses another chance. They need to finish these. You know,
they do, yeah. It feels like it's been the post and the crossbar kind of being NSG's biggest enemy as much as anything in this game. As Arctic now, you feel like with 2 goals down, 40 seconds remaining, this is the time to score. Naylor, though, it is Audacity bringing it forward. And Barzi with a really nice first touch is going to try and get it back in the middle. It is Jaffa, though, managing to finally get control of this for NSG, but not for long. There's low boost on Jaffa. I'd imagine low boost on Dahi as well. And Arctic kind of flopping around in the middle of the pitch. So if Audacity can get this forward and play down the clock, it's decent game management from them. Kind of just keeping it in this NSG half. Arctic kind of over to Dahi. Dahi just going to pass it straight back to Audacity.
True, but in that situation it was a good play by him because he managed to buy time for his teammates. But unfortunately, again, it's the positioning from the 2 guys, especially Arctic and Jaffa. They're always tripping over each other.
Yeah.
The problem is Dahi never has any boost and he can't finish at the moment, and Jaffa and Arctic are just stepping on each other's toes consistently. So it's communication, and you know what? Fair play to Audacity for taking this game. No matter what happens now in the series, this will be remembered as a big upset.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of an embarrassment for NSG to lose this game.
Complete shutout there as well. You know what I mean? NSG had chances, but they were just being shut down a lot of the time. Barzi, huge effort on the defense. I mean,
Naylor, like
stepping up big.
Naylor with 3 saves and the 1 goal, but I felt like Barzi was making the critical interceptions for me, and he just doesn't get credit for it in the scoreboard.
And I mean, that said, like, there were critical interceptions, you say, but there was also just a lot of missed finishes from NSG when they managed to pull the defense out of the way and then still not quite getting
4 shots to 9, but yet one team has 2 goals and the other has 0. It's just, it's poor. It's not clean, clear chances as well. They're getting to NSG. They're like very Mickey Mouse questions. They're not great questions, you know. So
some of the players leaving.
It's probably because it's just joining back into the next game. Don't worry about that.
That'll do it.
That's Rocket League for you. It's buggy as hell.
Yeah. But sure, that's it. As we get into a game 3, I don't think we really expected here. At least you didn't. So maybe feeling your nerves a little bit now?
I mean, I'm not the one playing. I don't care. And I'm not their coach. I'm just their manager. So I don't do anything with these guys in terms of what do we do yet. And none of these guys.
You were very quick to distance yourself all of a sudden in this game 3.
Absolutely. No, it's very important. That's a really poor challenge by Dahi. I'm pretty sure he was almost last man back there. They need to be careful. They're not showing these guys enough respect. And it's up to Arctic here to really stamp his authority on this game. He's the 1900 player from last season, so he needs to really step up here. And it's been very poor so far from the guys. Yeah. But Audacity, credit given where credit's due. And like, I didn't feel like Naylor was doing too much in that game, but clearly he was making the saves.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it feels like this game is a lot of it's gonna come down to which team scores first. You know, which team can get it. As Naylor a little bit awkward there. That could have gone badly wrong for him. Yeah. And now Barzi is going to take control of the side, tell a lie. It is Gitsy King who's now pushing it off the wall. Barzi kind of will be the follow-up man with very low boost though, so there's going to be a chance here for Jaffa to kind of catch them out in the rotation, but instead just passes straight back. Barzi has managed to pick up this in the meantime. loses control of that one a little bit. Counter attack now for NSG. Dahi on the wall, manages to get a good one. It's off the backboard. There's no one really up there. But Jaffa, again, not really those comms, not really communicating that there was no one to catch that on the backboard. So Jaffa isn't quite there to take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's another poor challenge by Jaffa. Dahi's not going to hit those. He's not going to hit those. He's too rusty. He doesn't have the. He needs like a bit of time in free play between games if he really wants to step up in this tournament. I think because there's like a lot of errors at the moment from these guys, and like even these touches there, like it's a really like light, poor touch, you know.
Yeah.
And like you can see Audacity is so much more confident in the ball. They're trusting each other. They're playing so well. It's like they listen to what I had to say. Maybe I should have given NSG this pep talk rather than Audacity. Because they're playing so well at the moment, and good save by Arctic, critical save. Gitsy now with a demo, but unfortunately he stifles Barzy's efforts to get the ball in the middle.
See that? I mean, it's more not a miscommunication there, more just being blinded. You feel like by the demo. As now there is a little bit of a chance for NSG to get pressure, but Naylor managing to kind of slow it down, pops it high, and so Barzy will have a chance to take this one forward. That's
really
on target.
Yeah, it's a questionable wall play there from Jaffa.
Yeah.
They need to be careful. They need to show respect here to their opponents, and they're not doing it. You know what? We Vicious made this mistake. They got away with it because of the errors from the other team, but Audacity aren't making these errors.
No.
Barzy, Naylor, and Gitsy are all playing a phenomenal midfield and defensive game.
That's
but that was your first one, though. It's like whenever I say this, the teams just decide like I'm just going to make an error.
is coming in very strong today, but there was nobody once again in position from NSG to take advantage of the double commit. Arctic was very slow on getting to the ball after the double commit, so still scoreless at 2.5 minutes into this game, in the deciding game of this series. As now Jaffa's taking it forward, that's almost a double commit again, but Barzy, good communication there, even though they were both on top of each other, didn't both commit, and Barzy now will knock that forward. Naylor going to go up for it and take a little touchdown, doesn't make the second contact, so Arctic does manage to get there as Gitsy King tries for it, and now Barzy has a little bit of time. Dahi is there, but going to back off a little bit, so hits it away from the wall. Dahi did well to get off the wall to get to that one, and now Jaffa puts it forward. We'll get another touch, and Naylor will put it sideways. Double commit there from his team as Gitsy King went for it as well. So it's up to Barzy to take it out instead.
True, but it was a good touch by Barzy to hit the ball away there.
Good pass. Ooh, there was Arctic, read that one well. That's
it's a really important save. Oh my god, this is huge. Arctic went for boost in midfield. Dahi with a really critical save. Arctic needs to play better. He's not playing well at all here. You know, there's no other way, and they're getting punished
the
for
pressure
it.
tells, and Gitsy King will put in the first goal.
It's absolutely unbelievable. They're just not showing him respect at all, and you know what? Like this just isn't good enough from these guys. And
a little bit of panic setting in there, I think.
I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. You know, I'm trying to like not be as biased as possible, but I'm gonna be biased in saying that they're playing terrible Rocket League at the moment. It's absolutely dreadful, and they need to step up. It's really, really poor, and Arctic I think should be really looking to step up here because he's the guy, and like he's pre-jumping things, he's doing all these things, and they're just getting caught out of position because of this, you know.
And I mean, I think it's a little bit difficult for the other members of NSG. You know, Arctic is going up for these balls and not always getting the contacts he wants, and so you start to wonder: should I be going for this? Should I not be going for it? And we say this.
Here we go.
Arctic will go for the double touch. This is it.
No, it's poor. He should be scoring those.
And what we saw again, Jaffa and Dahi were just sitting there right behind him. If that had gone worse, that was a goal for the side of Audacity. Now Audacity are straight back on the counter attack. Barzy's up for it again, keeping his boost. Good boost management on the wall here as he tries to get that one into the middle. Dahi with a bit of a whiff, and that one's going to be dangerous.
Gitsy almost punished them, and that would have been, I think, the nail in the coffin there. You would have seen the tilt really come out if they had lost that. Because you have to remember, Dale Esports are in this group. It's not like NSG are the #1 seed and they're looking at the #2 seed here for top position. This is like... This is big. This is for second position, probably you're looking at. And at the moment, I can't see NSG beating Dale Esports.
No.
And I can see Audacity maybe doing something with Dale because Audacity are playing phenomenal. And Gitsy has been fantastic in this game so far.
Yeah, and credit to Naylor, I think, as well. You know, he's really stepped up in this series compared to the first series we saw him in. He's having a great performance, really challenging these balls forward. But with this set, Dahi now going for it. Jaffa is there as well, though. And that one's going to go in.
Let's go, Jaffa. Well done. Good job.
The nice little fist bump there.
I did a little fist bump there, I'm not going to lie. As soon as that went in, I just saw die up for it. And I was about to like hit my fist off the table, but then Jaffa managed to finish it. A nice NSG double commit there. I wouldn't be the same without it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's like we're praising it. The ball did go in, but it was a double commit. So if Jaffa didn't finish, it was going to go very poorly for NSG.
That's not a good touch by Ross.
Yeah, this is at least a tied game now for NSG, so hope is alive with 20 seconds on the clock. Audacity, though, have had the pressure all game long. We'll see if they can keep this up going into the end parts of the game as Gitsy King will get this clear. Dahi on the wall with low boost. He's going to go and try and steal the boost from NSG. The ball now on the NSG half. Can Audacity capitalise with this little bit of time they've left? Barzy with a great challenge. We'll keep that one alive. Dahi is there to put it over to the side as Gitsy now. One last ball towards net. Arctic, you feel like, is going to just put this one down. He can just keep it alive. Ball going for it for NSG, but the ball will go down.
Overtime, this is crazy. If you told me this, I would have laughed at you, but you know what? I might be getting laughed at. Big chance for Jaffa. It's a good fake though. He's gonna go for the boom.
Oh, he's got
it surely. No, he doesn't. It's a big play by Gitsy King once again. He's playing absolutely unbelievable this series. He's really playing well. Oh no, Barzy. Great touch by Barzy. Great touch. Big error there by Naylor. It's a 1v1 and it's Dahi back in defense. The one guy I wouldn't want back on defense. Great touch by Arctic.
Yeah, these are these kind of half touches where, you know, it's nerves getting in. You're not sure, am I going for the fake? Am I not going for the fake? Oh Jesus, I've just missed it. I'll call it a fake.
Jaffa's making a lot of errors.
Pushing, yeah, and that's it. So Jaffa making these errors. Naylor a little bit of an error himself, but Barzy there to cover for him. As now Dahi takes it a little bit awkwardly, and so the 50-50 will go to Barzy. But with the ball rolling in, NSG will be there to clear it. As now Arctic is up. Managed to recover quite well.
50.
Yeah, recovered well out of the 50 and got the second 50 in a row. As Dahi now being the one to carry it forward. Gitsy will go for this without much boost, so Dahi will beat him to it. Jaffa upward, Barzy always going to win that one. Now NSG with pressure, that one on target. Nader cuts it out.
It's really backs against the wall defending here now from Audacity. They're so close to tasting victory. That will almost certainly put them in the top 2. That'll be the biggest shock of the tournament so far.
Yeah,
but Arctic is going to be there.
That's gotta be it.
It's a great 50 by Jaffa, and you know what?
NSG clutch it out.
That was almost dreadful. They got away with it in the end. I'm going to have to bait the head off the boys here now in a second because that wasn't very good. But anyway,
sigh of relief here for NSGs. They managed to clutch it out in Game 3 overtime against Audacity. GG's coming out in the chat only from NSG. As Audacity, they could taste it, as you say. You know, I mean, they were so close to winning that series.
I'm not convinced Daily Sports. I haven't seen Daily Sports play yet, but Audacity have shown real heart and determination and grit in that game. They didn't make that many mistakes. Yeah. It was a 50 in the corner, and their backs were against the wall, as I said, and it just so happened that they managed to get a 50, put it in the middle behind whoever was last man on the defense.
I mean, Arctic, huge defensive play in that overtime as well, where he 50'd it and recovered out of the 50 to 50 at a second time without landing.
Yeah, it's about time he stepped up, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm going to have a word with Ross later, but it wasn't very good from him. Jaffa was dreadful, I thought, all series. But look, we'll talk to him. I'll calm them down. We'll get a coffee into him at some stage, and we'll
try not to flame them
we'll
too
have
hard,
a team meeting. We're going to have to flame them because that wasn't good enough. Clearly, if you're being hit that hard by the number 3 team and there's an apparent MMR gap, it's not good enough. But anyway, look, they got it out in the end. They have a chance now at first. They're going to take on Daily Sports. Daily Sports are going to be like, okay, they look really weak. NSG do, but we still have to beat them, and that's the thing. And that's why we watch this game, because it's so exciting for stuff like that. We've had 2 fantastic series now in a row.
I'd say 3 fantastic series. I enjoyed our first series, was very good as well.
You enjoyed the first series? The first series was just loads of errors. But I enjoyed it.
It's still exciting, yeah.
I enjoed it to cast with you because I thought it was good. But
exciting for different reasons.
I didn't think it was good quality. That series wasn't good quality either. I don't think any of the series have been like great quality so far. Yeah. But Audacity's defense in that game is what defense should be like, I would say. It was very solid, no nonsense defending, clear the ball upfield when you can, take a dribble. Yeah. And NSG did not show them the proper respect. Absolutely. There's some guy in the chat saying Dale Esports are going to win RLCS. No, I don't think so. I don't care. No.
Brave call.
Yeah, that's a brave call. Yeah, yeah.
That's a polite way of saying that one. But anyway, I hope all of you at home are enjoying these series as much as we are. I imagine at some point in the near future, NSG will be in here for Enron to give them a bit of a bollocking. So stick around for that.
Yeah, as our bitrate on the stream is starting to die a little bit in the bottom right corner.
Ooh, you hate to see that. Yeah. But sure, for the interview that doesn't really matter. Rob shaking his head out the corner here. As we will get the boys in here, and then after that I'd imagine swap back over to probably Group A for more series. As getting closer to locking in, as we will recall it, is the top 2 teams from each of these groups will go through. NSG obviously not a clean win, but still setting themselves up to get through for these playoffs.
Dreadful. I'm sure they're going to come in here any second now. Stuart, if you have any comments in the chat, just make sure you say it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't very good. Our internet is starting to die. I mean, kilobit rate is very bad at the moment, isn't it? It's 1,000, 1,000. I wonder is there anything sapping it?
It could possibly just be that we're sitting on a static screen, and so it's not bothering to send much out. But we'll see.
Guys, if you're listening to the stream, let us know if it actually is dying or not, or if it has been bad.
It'd be good to know. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get out of the way here and let Rob have at it.
We need to have a team meeting here. Right. So that was almost embarrassing, but you managed to bring it out in the end. We need to have a cup of coffee, I think, to have a team meeting over that performance. Dahi, you actually weren't the worst player in the field, but
that's a surprise.
I mean, for what you should have done. But look, you got it out in the end. You got the winning goal. You got the crucial save in overtime that I think probably wouldn't have been saved if it was anyone else in that moment. That's all I'm going to say. So you brought it back, but your first 2 games were very questionable, I have to say. So I'm here to basically, because Stu's been telling me and just like give him a kick up the.
I think there's nothing.
Nah, he's not. Nah, he's not. He hasn't. I'm just making it up. But look, close game, and their defense was quite good, and you didn't create any great pressure for a lot of the time. What do you think? Come on, tell us.
I don't know. Yeah. I think we had good pressure.
You had good pressure. You just didn't create good chances. You just kept hitting the ball into the corner.
Chances, we just couldn't score.
There was a
I had about
Sorry, you had like 4 chances in the first game.
2-minute period in the second game where I didn't touch the ball because I was lost on rotation.
What do you think, though? It's not looking too good coming into Dale Esports, but do you think you can?
That's my second game in 7 months.
It's true. It's your second series.
My third game in 7 months will be 10.
Come in a bit closer to the mic. I don't know if we can pick you up or not.
Well,
Okay. Well, look, it wasn't too bad in the end. You got the W just about. Bit shaky though. If you'd lost that game, that would have put you third, which would have knocked you out. That would have been
we don't lose.
you didn't lose in the end. It's good.
We don't lose.
But well, like after the second game and then the third game when you were 1-0 down for so long, how bad was it? Was the comms like were they absent? Give us the truth. Were they still going?
Ross was singing halfway through.
Yeah, Ross was doing some weird flip things, going for boosts and stuff. I was wondering what was going on. I was like, this guy clearly isn't taking this respectful.
No. We don't lose the head. Calm
Gotta
team.
keep calm level
Same
head.
as DGF. Same as Gamercon. Same as GXR. Here for the win.
They almost had you though. They really did. Like it was, and to be fair, that save was critical because then I think it was Jaffa pushed the ball on the field, and then you got like a load of pressure in the corner, which ended up being you pushing it into the middle for him to score. But yeah, do you think you might want to put a bit more time into the training there now for the next hour or 2?
If I got a computer to train on.
I'll get one off for you. Don't worry. We'll lose the NSG. Jaffa, it was a very questionable series.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on it? Was it a bit dodgy? Were your nerves bad? Just couldn't get into the rotation, or what was it?
Couldn't get into it.
I think Jeff played
ball.
fantastic.
I think we all played fantastic.
I think
I think we all did.
Who won?
I had the 2 lads on my shoulder.
In the chat right now, some guy just goes, "Daddy Enron punishing NSG boys." Yeah, cool. Not much else to say. You've got Dale Esports left, and I think have you played the weakness team? I play Haskell's team as well, so that should be hopefully. Well, you know. What about Dale though? Have you seen them play? Do you know much about them? Okay, cool. You're the English guys, the guy with the Rochdale T-shirt, bro. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool, guys. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go grab a coffee now. I'll get some nasty PCs if you want. We're gonna finish up here now, guys. We're gonna go for a quick break. We will be back in about 10-15 minutes for the next game, probably Group A. Thank you.
Hello everybody, we are back with a bit of old and a bit of new. Myself and the one and only Naylor from Team Audacity. Naylor, it's been a bit of a hit and miss start to the tournament so far, but not too bad.
Yeah, Dave, thanks for having me for my first casting appearance. Yeah, we put up a good game there against NSG. Better than we expected. We probably could have took the game, but I think we're confident in ourselves and our ability now to get through the group after a performance like that.
Yeah, good. And I have to say, I was watching it myself. It was a very close game. Like, so you just can feel not hard done by, but yeah, you can feel proud of yourself after that one.
I was kind of out there and I was speaking with somebody, and then I just was like, got a flashback of me faking Arctic, and then I just go, sorry, what were you saying?
Brilliant. Yeah. No, but yeah. So obviously the show must go on. We have breadsticks next, which is consisting of Joe, Sam, and Trix, up against Red Iron Racing, who I believe are Rick M Racing himself, Aaron, and there's a third guy. I really should know this.
I think we're both familiar with the first team and not the second.
Yeah, that would be fair. I think. Well, see, the first team definitely have more pedigree on that one.
Yeah,
I think you'd have to say.
Are probably more recently joined into the server, I'd say.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Kind of thrown together last minute. Rick M Racing and his teammate, who I've totally blanked. I'm gonna apologise to him. I'm gonna apologise to him so much.
I'll find out
when we finish up here. But yeah, those two lads and Aaron in particular kind of been the star performer. But Aaron on his best is maybe the same level as Joe and the rest of them.
Is Aaron the guy that won Division 4 and Division 3?
That's right.
Yeah,
Aaron is the guy who's done well in six mans. But it's funny because he was like Diamond 2 in ranked and in Division 2 in six mans, which made no sense at all. So on his day he can be a very good player, but 1v3 isn't exactly ideal. I'm not saying the other guys are that bad, but I'm saying they could struggle here now.
Yeah, it's their first LAN. I knew myself, like when I went to Cork, and it hits you like a ton of bricks.
It's how it does. And it is the first for all three, and that's a really good point. The nerves will be there. This is their first game on stream too.
Yeah.
Both for them and the breadsticks.
Breadsticks.
So there's a chance now that nerves will get in there quite a bit.
Expect Sam to pop off. Shout out Sam.
You hope so. But LAN, I'll tell you what, Sam doesn't exactly have the best LAN history. Although, having said that, he took me on a QCon, so I can't say too much. Were you good to go?
Yeah, lobby didn't touch my forward angle.
Savage, thank you very, very much. So we're going to join in now. Hello. See you later. Yeah.
That was nothing.
Don't worry about that.
Dave sneezed.
Very, very professional setup.
Dave sneezed.
Yeah, it sounds like another voice sometimes. It's really weird. I've been told the match is on the way. Maybe they're just typing in the final details. But sure, look, we'll get there one way or another. It's been a good day. And the setup so far has been magnificent.
I'm actually really enjoying this, man.
Brilliant. Anyone who hasn't been here, Dundrum is huge and a really nice place to be.
Shout out to the Giga-bite Cafe for hooking us up.
There you go. And
last second as well.
Yeah.
Last second as well.
I'm loving the glass panels. Nothing else. There's so much
you can't see
light
this,
coming in here.
This shopping centre is beautiful.
It is.
This shopping centre is beautiful.
And there's the five guys between me. Yeah. It's not up for us, John. It doesn't exist.
I think they might have set up as a private match and not a LAN match.
The host?
Rookies.
So you restart and then log in the other log, yeah? No, John, you need to tell them to restart.
minor technical difficulties there.
Oh yeah.
Just minor ones.
Ah, look, I mean, it's a LAN. You can't expect 20 computers to run perfectly for whatever amount of hours straight. So.
I think Dave has a prayer.
What? Jeez.
He got really stressed right there. That's the most. I don't think I've ever seen Dave even the slightest bit angry in my life. So he was a slight stressed.
No, we're all good. Just a small misunderstanding of what I was saying. But no, we're all good. Listen, listen, it's been a class event, and unlike Orly LAN, there's actually some airflow in the building.
Yeah.
So it's not
very
boiling
very
hot.
sweaty in Cork that time.
Yeah,
Very,
and
very
about the
sweaty.
same temperature. It's a lovely day, like.
Yeah.
But it is actually well ventilated. I don't know if you can feel it, but that fan just about hits me where I'm sitting.
It's
which
helping
is-
me out.
It's beautiful. And there's a proper balcony. If anyone haven't been to Dundrum, you are missing out. There's a class little like fountain and water feature.
I was going to mention there's the 5 guys over our shoulders here in the stream box here, and I'm trying not to look over my shoulder every 5 seconds and drill and stuff, but I'll get it in a while.
Can't be
Relax now, you'll be alright.
Can't be rid of 5 guys, which I am prone to stealing every now and again. Ghost, if he's there. I don't know if he's there in the chat actually. We should try and get that open at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's a great event, great setup. Should say thanks a lot to Neil Levick. He, I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, he was meant to be casting some League of Legends for Mauritians, apparently, and they just totally ditched him. They just didn't message him, and he woke up on time, and like, it just gone. Nothing happened. So fair play to him for showing up so early and so last
Far away
minute.
from here, or?
Somewhere in Dublin. I think he lives middle of town because he studies in Trinity, I believe.
So it's not too bad.
So it's not the end of the world, but still fair play to him for proper showing up.
Instead of the League of Legends anyway.
There you go. The proper league.
The proper
That's what
league.
I've always
Yeah,
said.
the proper league.
That's what I've always said. But yeah, no, fair play to him showing up. And Rob, I don't know, it's probably done a good job. I don't know, couldn't tell you. Yeah, so that's about it. What else we got to go off? I mean, yeah, the setup here is actually very cool. They have like one kind of reception-y kind of computer which can then hack into all the rest of them. So I think that's what we're doing now, is we're trying to get one of them restarted and then we go again. So I don't think that was even the issue. I think one of the computers just kind of bugged out on them. Stupid American keyboards. I can't stand. We have a nice keyboard here, but it's an American one. And I don't know if you noticed, but the enter key is tiny. It's like the same as backspace.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's poor, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I don't like it. It's that. Or that.
That's enter.
Oh, okay.
It's
My,
tough.
my-
I always hit this.
I only got changed to PC in December, so I was using like my ma had like a PC set up in her room.
Uh-huh.
It had like a pink mouse with loads of diamonds on
Class.
it.
Yeah.
and then the keyboard was okay. It was fairly normal.
Yeah.
But the backspace was kind of long. But she got me a wireless keyboard and mouse. But the backspace is very small. I always miss it.
Oh, yeah, especially wireless ones, because they try and make them small and more
Yeah, I don't know.
movable or something.
No, I think I'd rather be bigger. Like I'm not a keyboard.
Yeah.
Predominantly keyboard. Predominantly controller player. So.
Well, that is true. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not something that, bothers me too much, but I did, I got a new keyboard recently off a friend who was just throwing it away.
Yeah.
And it's a proper mechanical one, which feels unreal in comparison to what I had before. So there's kind of two major types of keyboards, mechanical and like membrane.
Right.
So membrane is like your cheaper ones, the normal ones. They feel like you're pushing into a bit of rubber or something. Mechanical ones is a bit like this. If you hit spacebar, right, I don't think that's gonna.
It's very light, is it?
Oh, you melon.
Get out quick, spectate. Spectate, just keep spectating. If you keep spectating, it might not play.
I can't though, because
Spectate. Use it. Spectate.
it's probably gonna run now. Oh dear. But look, if you hit like these keys, right, which aren't gonna do anything, then
I was worried about myself.
Oh, brilliant. Right, so we'll try again. If you hit, okay, spacebar actually like goes in. What can we use that like doesn't? If you use these like function keys, right? You feel that. You can feel the click.
Yeah,
That's a proper mechanical.
I get you.
The ones I have out for the majority of people, I don't think are. But this is the type of stuff that I have. This is close to what I have.
So it's not too big of an issue. The other team had it. There's probably a bad server anyway then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably bad server, double version.
Oh, the lads are probably raging at us now. Is it up again? Oh, we've absolutely bottled that one.
It takes 2 seconds.
It should do, yeah.
What's taking so long?
I have no idea. I'm
To be
tempted.
honest, it's their fault for not starting the match sooner.
Spot on. I couldn't have put it better myself. Loving the jersey, by the way. Good for the lads who obviously don't have camera, but now it's wearing a lovely little Arsenal jersey there. It's looking good. It's good. It's good look on you.
Dave's hitting on me, chat.
Right, let me find out what's happening.
Yeah, he's supposed to help.
Brilliant.
Shout out to all the Arsenal fans out there.
Yeah, all two of yous. Yeah, rep. Sam broke his computer, so we're getting back in now.
Okay.
That's a lie. He absolutely didn't break it, but yeah, no. Giga-bite Cafe. It's just you haven't been right, so it's a really cool place. The upstairs is a lot of PCs and a lot of consoles. The consoles of which we have like pulled apart every which way for our benefit. But downstairs there's some really cool arcade machines. I don't know if you saw.
the retro-
really
retro,
cool stuff. It's
very
like
retro.
I think how it works is you buy a token from them, you stick it in, and then you choose whatever out of about 15 different games you want, and they are class. They're so cool. They're loud though.
Dublin needs more of these
It does.
type of spots. I suppose
100%.
with the whole gaming exploding as much as it is,
Yeah.
we should expect hopefully more in the next 5 years. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, it'd be unreal. But the arcade's not cool. But if I worked here, the noise and you know that tinny 8-bit sound, like it just do that retro Mario and that Sonic as well. Oh, yeah, no, it's rough. But I was talking to people working; they don't seem to be bothered. So
I say they're well used to it now. How long is this place open?
this place, as far as I know, opened about 2-3 weeks ago.
Only 2-3
And
weeks ago.
yeah, and it's a pop-up. So Dundrum Shopping Centre will rent this place to pop-up shops with the assumption that they will then move on somewhere else. So as far as I know, they're here now.
So this is just like a little starting base. For
Yeah,
them somewhere.
yeah, it's kind of a testing ground nearly, and then it has gone really well for them. So as far as I know, they're going to move basically around the corner,
I'd say
not
it
very
suits
far.
businesses as well because if they don't get on too well, then
Oh, big time.
at least they don't have this property that they have to get rid of.
So they joined thinking that there's enough people, but there isn't because we're one of the 6.
They're going to
Ah,
keep
lads.
spectating. No, this should be.
Oh, here we go. Aaron's got that.
They
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah. Are we in? Are we in?
That's what I was telling you to do. but
Yeah,
it took too long.
I know, but I blame the keyboard. I don't have a controller with.
Thank you.
And we're here. We're finally in. Loads of delay. Professional delay in there for me now. And we're in. Big kickoff from Joe. Aaron there. Making the block nice and early. Tricks looking for a centre. But Heathen RL is there in time. Aaron, let's see what he can do. This he has no boost. And haven't played with Aaron a lot. Him having no boost is a big issue for him. He loves to make a meal out of that one. Tricks loves a good showboat, but instead he knocks it up to Joe. That's a good shot. Aaron swiping across goal at the right time.
Sam with the big whip.
Big whip.
Aaron's pushing down the side here now. Just making a show.
Yeah, no, it was alright. The counter attack was nearly there.
Very surprising.
Something that the Breadsticks don't have to be careful of now are these counter attacking opportunities. But here, the Shedman, I believe, is not Rick and Rachel, but the third. Joe, though, sneaking in the first goal again.
You were caught off like that goal.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
virtual.
plus up out nowhere, right to the
The Shedman, as somebody who uses breakout myself, I can recognise not getting the full, benefit of that breakout. But we move on, 1 goal in. This game still well and truly in the mix. Oh, Tricks looking for a big one, but he's done up very, very early to get that one away. Actually, I'm just going to refer to that guy as the Shed Man for the rest of that. That's my Smurf, but I'm actually not sure who that is at the
guy
moment.
that you didn't know who was.
We see here Tricks knocked aside Sam though. Trying to go for the pass back, but it's actually a bit risky there. Ethan getting beat out in the air though by Tricks, and then I think that was Joe put it centre. Sam is up nice and early. That is a really good goal from the Breadsticks. That'll give him a bit of confidence in this game.
Just need to settle down here, mate.
Yeah, no, it's a good goal. All 3 players getting involved, which you like to see.
Yeah, Sam and Jay are more than capable players when they get going.
Yeah, no, really, really good finish from Sam. And Tricks as well is, if I may say so, a bag of tricks.
God damn it, Jay. So I was playing a few ranked games actually with Tricks and Rio recently. Decent players.
Yeah, very, very, very good side here. There's Joe. Looks at a big one off the back, but Heathen is there to get it away. Aaron thought he might have got a follow on, but he doesn't. Catman here. In a good spot actually to get that one away. See what he can make of this, but Joe cutting it in nice and early. Aaron on the backboard where he likes to be a lot. Actually good clear from him. Doing well if you can control it. Yeah, really, really good pop. Slows it down and makes it hard for this blue team to get the ball away. And you have to say, Naylor, most of this game has been played in that blue half of the pitch.
Yeah, as expected. These are definitely better colors.
Yeah, no, they are, and they're playing it very, very well. We just see here, can the blue side make a match out of it? Which, to be fair, they are giving it everything. You can't take that away from them. They're not having a bad game. We see a brilliant save from Aaron come out there. Thought we were possibly building up to goal number 3, but not quite yet. As Trix plays at centre, Aaron once again off his favourite backboard position.
Interesting to see how Trix plays on PC here now, being a console player.
That's true. The world is 10 times smoother. You can probably see the future.
Oh yeah, that's all big team, like big team.
That's true. That's a really good point. It's not something I've thought about. So maybe he's struggling a tiny bit more than we realise. But it's not showing at the minute. Good block there from Trix as Heathen misses that one. That's a big miss, Sam. Can he turn around on it? Not really. Trix back in. Oh, he didn't back off.
Aaron just looks completely lost in there here. I don't think Orange team knew what was happening here.
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly. You have to feel for Aaron. Doesn't know who's going to shoot it, and neither do Aaron or neither do Trix or Joe. And it's 3-0 now in this game. We'll don't get a best of 3. So every game matters, but it's not game over. Oh, more potential technical difficulties. Everyone is in the game at the minute, as far as we can see. Ping is acceptable.
Yeah, everything seems good.
It's unusual timeout, but maybe this is tactical. Maybe this is tactical.
They're training up, Dave.
Oh, Sam's PC is
Sam again.
having a bit of an issue here.
Are they going to have to restart this, or will they be able to join back because it's paused?
He should be able to join back in as normal.
Yeah.
Those PC crashed again.
Again.
Sounds, yeah. We're going to use your PC instead.
Can risk it, yeah.
Yeah, so what do we do with this game?
See if we can join in and play on. Sorry, if you want to meet.
Okay, we're all here on our lonesome now. Sam has just lost connection. I think he's going to be switching PCs. We'll be back with just as quick as we can. I'm going to check and see what's going on.
back.
Right, let's do a thing. Okay, they scored. Grand. Good stuff. Okay, 2 minutes ago, 4 goals in. Naylor, one question. How many more is there going to be?
I really don't know at this point. Honestly, the basketball really is Red Six, are they called?
That's right.
The Red Six team are obviously a basketball player. So I think it's just about maintaining the damage here.
Yeah, I think so. Damage limitation is definitely on the cards. Blue team. I've said as well for the Iron Team. It's a good name. It's a typical LTX Sam name, like without a doubt. But it's a good name. But let's see what they can do. That could have been an opportunity there for the Shed Man. Sam looking to get a clear and
Nice
challenges.
flip pass there to make sure he blocks it.
Yeah, very, very nicely done to extend the length of that flip. Tricks. What can he do? Like you said, on PC, everything's been rocking.
Big save from Sam.
Brilliant save. Let's see here. Sam taking it off the
Solid
wall.
play. Loses it.
So lucky, but he throws the defender off here, and Aaron's stuck on that backboard, as per usual.
Aaron's having an awful time in that here, Dave.
Well, no, to be fair, he's made some very, very good saves.
Yeah,
but
it's just
he is-
bombardment.
He is definitely struggling there, and he's on the backboard a lot. JC Joe going for one of his own. That was maybe a bit too ambitious, though. Tricks, though, nearly trying to 1v3 the team here. Does so well to get that far, but blocked in the end. Let's see, that's a dangerous set to be onto in jail. What happened there? I thought he had a shot. It's a good pass to Tricks. Without- Yeah, I mean that is definitely, but the speed is huge right now. But I have to say, the Blue team holding their own in the air, which is rare enough for a team that's struggling. But
Nice pass he played it.
brilliant,
Good
brilliant.
balance as well to know what they're doing.
Yeah, big time. I'm not sure what happened to the Blue team, but positionally, it just went all wrong for them, didn't it? Tricks, really nice touch, well weighted pass.
Yeah,
inside.
I've played with Joe a little bit now, and I'm sure he would have called the pass and take it back from Tricks.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant stuff. I like some good team communication, absolutely.
Yeah, it's vital.
As we play on here, 30 seconds left in this first game. Believe it or not, as Tricks goes up for a big one. Aaron really shuttled off the backboard again. Big clear though from the Shedman. Aaron looks to follow on, but misses there. Shedman goes again. Sam looking to control that ball. Ends up in a pass back to Aaron. Can't unfortunately do much with it. Aaron, of course, as well, one of 2 keyboard players at the tournament.
Me and my teammate Barty.
Yeah.
Big up Barty.
The one and only. Brought,
Insane big up.
brought his own keyboard to the event as well. Absolute hero.
Like a dinner table.
Oh, that was brilliant. And we see this orange team of more bots wins the first game of the series. And Joe Naylor, it's looking like it could be an easy 2-0
Standard 2-0.
for this orange team.
Aaron with 7 saves, put the team on his back. I think he needs, well, Heaton with the 3 saves as well. I just want to expect it.
Yeah, no.
Just a step above. It's really good. Like, this is not
Yeah, no, I mean they are. This blue team are not a bad side at all. I mean the standard here today is quite high. Let's be fair as well. But yeah, no, this orange team are brilliant, and really I think the blue team are lacking with just some big plays. You see the orange team have no problem just smashing it into that blue half and keeping it there. Blue team needs to try something like that, something a little different to the last game. That's for sure.
The orange team now, they're going to have to find the ball, so they're a bit too far pushed themselves. Blue team to get some big plays, they might actually come in.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to wait and see though. Joe with a big one into that corner, and Aaron gets a touch, but a big demo onto Heath in there. Sam chases it in for the first goal of the game. Not even 1 minute in.
Yeah, this is a really bad hit from Aaron here. He's trying to rushes that hit. If he jumps a bit later and gets under the ball, he stays up the field and starts under pressure.
I should like to point out something as well. Sam, of course, the absolute LAN warrior that he is, has been to pretty much every single LAN, and I might be wrong on this, but has played in a Christmas car in nearly all of them, and it hurts my eyes
I hate that
so much.
I can't say much. I'm using the standard like I literally just break and beat them. I know it's. I've been using the TSMD card for a while. I don't know how to hold the C ball. Like,
Did you use a Dominus for a bit? Am I
no, that was
mistaken?
cute. That was cute.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
Mate, he is main. Oh, Sam with the big finish here again.
Big shot. And see Sam now really sticking out as the leader in his team. As he check the scoreboard real quick.
Expecting Sam to be good shot. Who's striker of the team?
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's a really good shot. You think maybe a better team on another day might be in position for that one, but nevertheless, once they go in, they all count.
Jared's going to probably pop
There's mid. Left centre, Aaron clears that way well.
Yeah, it's a good clear.
And
A
a big
miss
win
from
from
Sam
Sam.
too.
Can they finally score? Yes!
Hey!
Yes,
well,
sir.
well done, Red Iron Racing. Getting the first goal in this series, and not a bad one. This is what we were saying earlier, the counter attack.
That's what all I was saying. One big hit puts him under pressure. And Sam, maybe he could have took his time there and took a touch maybe to the wall and took a 50, but he went up for the read and
Totally missed it. But yeah, no, it's a good play, and they're right back in this now. Only one goal the difference at the minute. Aaron, that's a nice touch middle, and actually the Shenron's going to take that away from Sam. Let's see, Sam going up the wall. He's looking for the seal, and oh, he's found it. Does he have a flip on him? He does. Oh, Shedman though, right place, right time, very low. A very ambitious little centre into his own goal there from the Shedman. But getting away eventually. But they're really scrambling here. This blue team really want to get that ball out of the blue half. It's a good shot from Joe, but it's just gone wide. And we see here is both Aaron and Heathen go for this. Tricks left in a 1-on-1, but it's a good block from the Shedman. It's really stepping up defensively at the minute. Aaron, big chance here. Gets the boost. Shedman's in position in the middle. Oh, and it's a good bump from Sam. That's what you have to do. Get the ball or the man. And LTX Sam, greedy as always, getting that one in there. Heathen caught in a really awkward spot. It's a good dunk. And then Tricks looking for the pass, but nah. It was all the Sam show. Well, just under half this game played. And I have to say, 3-1 is a close score. I'm much better than what we saw previously. This blue team really stepping up and up and up all the time. And that is the joy of a LAN, is, you know, you do improve.
Yeah, you start to settle into the environment a bit more, and then you start to say, it's just, they have to realise as well, just have fun.
Yeah,
That's all
big
it
time.
is, have to enjoy it.
As Sam, just once again,
Sam's having fun.
he's having the game of his life here.
Sam is definitely having fun.
It's a good pass from Trick straight into Sam.
Popping off this game.
And then it's forward. If you take,
Four goals.
yeah, definitely. Don't rewatch the stream. He definitely did. But yeah, this is a good one. And 2 minutes to go. A lot of time for this blue team to get back in, but Sam again on a double hat trick nearly. As we have 2 minutes left in this game. That is quite possible. Yeah, well, they truly are struggling. They got that one goal, which maybe gave them a bit of hope, but also maybe a bit too much confidence at the same time. And he's been struggling in that corner, as they have been for most of the series, I hate to say. And yeah, Tricks for once getting involved on the scoreline. Oh, don't even tempt fate. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's actually just all of Brazil if they get it.
Oh well, we'll see. 2 minutes is a long time, but if they get their second goal, then maybe it's off. But we'll see. Tricks on the wall here. Big chance for him. He looks for the double touch. Aaron is not in place. I thought he was actually in the right spot to deal with that. Unfortunately, it just goes wide of him. Joe looking to keep the ball in the blue half as Shedman takes it away from kind of everyone, which is interesting. Shedman, good follow up though from him. See. Right, Joe is the only one waiting. Aaron looking to sit back and clear this. Not much boost though. As Sam gets there ahead of him, and he's totally missed that. And is that going to be the one that goes in? And there we have it. That's the 7-1. Yeah, pretty much nearly all of this Sam's doing. And it's very well said. Oh my god, what a do you like this?
Red 6 with the Brazil here. He's really struggling to show what they can do on this match. Just passing over really Sam.
specialist here. More bots win 2 now. Well, no, not more bots. The breadsticks. 8 goals from Sam. That has to be a record. Yeah. Right. That's me done and dusted. I am going to play now. Chat you in a bit, guys. See ya.
Don't you hang up again, baby. I just can't be alone tonight. Don't you hang up again, baby. I just can't be alone tonight. Ticking like a bomb, falling in motion, center of the stage, hoping that we'll be right. Back again. You gotta help me out, help me out. Riding coasters to dream your eyes. You gotta help me out, help me out. Swim in oceans to breathe your life. Don't you hang